palate cleanser, we are going to do Brandon's memes. We're gonna do the Brandon meme video as a palate cleanser for tonight. You guys have been crowing about this. Obviously, I have not seen it. And yes, Leo, I love his golf sketch. I do. Yes, before I start, if you just received a gifted sub, please refresh your stream so you don't get ads. I will wait. I will give you about 60 seconds so you don't get ads during the react. It's gonna hurt, Big Dog. It's gonna hurt. Why is it gonna hurt, Big Dog? 'Cause I'm laughing too hard, or what? Alright. Chat? Did you? Okay. Seriously, Raven? Seriously. Alright. You guys keep talking about him being head of PATF. I want to see what the fuck this joke is all about. I'm jumping into this. I will jump into this.
Gun Meme Review. Before we get started in this episode of Gun Meme Review, I just really wanted to check in and ask you guys, after the results of last week's election, how are you doing?
Brandon? I'm in Canada. I don't fucking care. That's how I'm doing.
Cause I'm doing fucking great, baby. Ice cream man is out, McDonald's man is in. We're in for a fun 4 years. That, and I'm finally glad I can stop getting so many fucking political text messages. Finally being free of election ads, texts, and calls. Mariah Carey.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Chat, have you already started to experience it? Like, here in Canada, we do not have the benefit of Thanksgiving being around the corner. So us, we're going straight into Christmas now. And so, like, I was seeing Christmas decorations out before fucking Halloween even hit. And I'm like, get that shit out of here. Give Halloween its fucking day, you bastards. Yeah, and in America, give the goddamn turkey its day. We have a day specifically designed to kill fucking turkeys and eat them. Let them have their day.
Side note, is it just me, or like when we were kids, didn't they wait until after Thanksgiving to start putting up Christmas shit? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas, but not in fucking October. That's okay though.
No! Exactly! He's 100% fucking right, and they are doing that now. They're doing Christmas shit at the end of October before Halloween is even gone. They're doing Black Friday. Once upon a time, Black Friday was one day. The day after Thanksgiving. Now, Black Friday starts fucking November 1st. But as of last year, Black Friday sales have started November 1st. It's no longer... It started as Black Friday Day. Then it turned into Black Friday Week. And now it's goddamn Black Friday months. Yeah. There you go. It's a fucking it's a month of Black Friday now. It's out of fucking control. Albert, check your sales. I'll bet you they're all advertising Black Friday already. I guarantee it.
All around in a good mood. You could say that I've been unburdened by what has been.
My girl just lost a day.
The supermarket I work at was getting Christmas merchandise in fucking September. And we had Halloween stuff in July.
Jesus, Leo. I mean, okay, if you're talking merchandise for that was gonna put out, it's not a question of when did they receive it. It's more of a question of when did it start getting put out. Receiving merchandise months in advance, that's actually not unusual. That's actually pretty normal for holiday-themed merchandise. It's more of a question of when it started to be put out. That's the key.
I've been unburdened by what has been.
My girl just lost a day ago. Like, damn.
I did want to take a moment to thank
And? Which point? The election's over. She lost. The wall needs to be painted. Stop crying, bitch.
Damn.
I did want to take a moment to thank you all for your service in the great meme war of 2024. It's going to be hard to top the meme energy of 2016, but this election did come close. Also, people did point out that DiCaprio kind of looks like me in this picture, at least back when I was rocking.
Wait, does he? Chat? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, he kinda does. Beard's a bit fuller. He kinda does. I can see it. 100%, I can fucking see it. Especially around the eyes. The eyes especially. Not so much the cheekbones. Leo's cheekbones are a bit more pronounced, but the eyes. It is the eyes. No, yeah, that's DiCaprio. This is DiCaprio from Django Unchained. That's what this is from. This is the DiCaprio meme from Django Unchained. Yeah, he could be.
Kind of looks like me in this picture, at least back when I was rocking that style of facial hair. So thank you all for your meme service. But your job isn't done yet, which brings me to the subject of this video. So as the incoming president of the United States, Trump is currently busy picking his cabinet. With the help of the Avengers of politics, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., essentially just trying to make sure that this incoming government will be full of as many based people as possible. And a few interesting names have been thrown out there. So RFK Jr. has a website where he's actually crowdsourcing nominations for potential roles in the incoming government, which I actually think is a pretty rad idea. I mean, God forbid you give the people more choice. Sounds like a real threat to democracy to me. Anyhow, I was informed.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna take a bit of issue with this. Now, again, I don't know. He's saying he's crowdsourcing. Depending on who is able to put in their input, crowdsourcing who you want in positions of authority and power in the government is not a good thing. If just any, no. I'm not talking about resumes. I'm talking about who can, like, reply on this. Like, if this is crowdsourcing to people in authority with knowledge on the matters, okay, fine. I'm cool with that. If it's just like, hey, what's your opinion on putting this person up here? Here's his resume. You can't, I'm sorry, but you cannot count on the average Joe or Jane to be intelligent enough or informed enough to know who the fuck to put into these positions within the government. Again, it depends on who has access to this crowdsourcing. And if it's just, individuals in the know who have informed opinions, okay, fine. The average person? No, I don't trust the average person to pick these specialized positions. It's not like picking a senator who has a good talk. Like, we need people who actually have brains in these positions.
Nominations for potential roles in the incoming government, which I actually think is a pretty rad idea. I mean, God forbid you give the people more choice. Sounds like a real threat to democracy to me. Anyhow, I was informed that my name was brought up. It turns out I was nominated for the head of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, aka the ATF. Now, the ATF is the regulatory agency behind the firearms.
Yeah, and 3,428 votes. Again, who is this open to? Who the fuck is this open to? Given the amount of votes, if this is open to, like, the public, then I'm sorry, I don't trust it. No, that's not how you fucking do this. Yeah, they're closed now, so it's, yeah. you cannot just like ask the public, hey, who would you like in this position? Like running the people need to stop treating the fucking government like it's goddamn American Idol. Because that's what we've been saying in recent years. You need to stop treating government positions, not even just like political positions. I'm talking about like actual jobs.
The ATF shouldn't exist.
Well, that's a totally different argument, Canito. But this is not a fucking fox singing contest where you can phone in your vote and whoever gets the most votes wins. Now, I trust, of course, that the decision is not going to be made based upon who vote, on the number of votes. I do understand that. I do appreciate that. But this is not a viable way to do this. And yes, Hefe, he did. Yes, he did. And unfortunately lost.
Of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, aka the ATF. Now, the ATF is the regulatory agency behind the firearms industry. Also technically alcohol, tobacco, and explosives, but, well...
Let me guess, this isn't about the alcohol or the tobacco.
It's mostly just a gun regulatory agency. They're the ones responsible for things like approving tax stamps if you're buying an SBR, suppressor, anything like that. Also for regulating FFLs and SOTs, like federal firearms license holders. They're also responsible for a lot of dumb fucking rulings as of late. But yes, on that website where people are being nominated for these positions, my name, despite me never telling anybody to go vote for it, is now at the very top of the list, which is not something I had in my 2024 bingo card, but has been a very fun development. And of course, you guys have been doing your job and memeing the hell out of it. If the Trump administration decided to ask me to become director of the ATF, I would gladly accept and help make America great again. Please God, let this happen because it would be so fucking funny. DC Elite.
Okay.
Great
That
again.
right there is
Please
based.
God, let this happen.
This last part, please God, let this happen because it would be so fucking funny. That is based. That is 100% fucking based. Meme right there.
Happen because it would be so fucking funny. DC Elite celebrating Brandon's election loss. Brandon getting nominated for ATF director.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Brandon Herrera's first day at the ATF as director.
Hi.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely fucking yes.
I don't want there to be any hard feelings between us.
Relax, guys. There really is no bad blood. But, just in case, you should probably have your resume handy. Choose your own adventure. Journey to the job fair. I mean, hell, Vivek proposed firing 75% of government employees. I know an agency he can start with. Look.
What? Wait, what? Trump taps Elon Musk and Vivek Ramsway to the departure of government officials. Okay, chat, I have no idea who this is. Can anybody educate me on who this is? Vivek Ramaswamy? Who is this? I have no idea who that is. He was another president. Okay, I never even heard of him. He was running against Trump early on. Okay, other than running against Trump early on as Republican candidate, who the fuck is he? Like, he was a candidate. That tells me nothing. He's a businessman. Owns a biotech company in Ohio. Okay, now it's making a little bit more sense. He owns a pharmaceutical company. Okay, now that's making a hell of a lot more sense. Okay. Very good.
Proposed firing 75% of government employees. I know an agency he can start with. Look, I don't know what the actual likelihood of something like this happening is, but my God, this would be one of the most legendary appointments Donald Trump could ever make. And one of the funniest. Because there's nothing I would rather see more than the headquarters of the ATF turned into a fucking spirit Halloween. The same thing, in fact, that just happened.
Didn't Nick make that very joke? I feel like Nick made this exact same joke. No, it wasn't this exact same joke. He made it it was a different. I don't know. I don't think he use the ATF. I think he did some other government agency that he made this joke? It was the White House? Okay, that's where I'm thinking of. He did it with the White House. Okay.
Happened to the Kamala's Wins Twitter page.
There you go.
Weird. AK Guy's ATF director. U.S. citizens. Machine guns. Now, of course, there's limitations on what you can do as the ATF director. So I couldn't, for example, repeal the NFA and repeal the Hughes Amendment and everything like that. If it was a bill that was passed by Congress and written into law, then you need Congress to undo that law. It's just how the Constitution works. However, you can have a lot of fun with interpretations and definitions. Like, for example, the Hughes Amendment that doesn't allow you to register machine guns after 1986 also says that the ATF can open 90-day amnesty periods, where you could then, in that 90-day period, add as many machine guns as you would like to that registry, like California Freedom Week, except for the entire country, and with machine guns. That sounds like something an ATF director could legally do. And let's say, just hypothetically, if one did do that, and then all of a sudden there were a lot more machine guns added to the registry, so many so that one could potentially argue that machine guns are now in common use, as the Supreme Court has deemed anything in common use is protected by the Second Amendment, and therefore not bannable.
Okay, Brandon is pulling some serious constitutional law shenanigans going on right now. Fucking hell. Yeah, he is seriously, like, this man has done his research on these articles. Can you imagine if he actually did this? Now, the question is, here's the thing. Here, I am gonna say one thing about this, where it's not quite it. I know he hates the ATF. I will say one thing about this where it's not so simple. Yes, he can do that. Oh, there's no article there. Yes, he can do the amnesty thing. Okay, and add in like machine guns to that. I would say you would be hard pressed to make the argument of common use unless you could justifiably, through statistics, prove that so many Americans actually own a machine gun, thereby constituting its common usage. That's the kicker. It's not simply just just saying like, oh, if all machine guns are in the amnesty, so no machine guns are illegal, therefore they're common use. My guess is by the Supreme Court, by the Second Amendment, and through, as upheld by the Supreme Court, the concept of common use would probably need to be stipulated by the fact that there are many people that have registered machine guns in their possession to be able to constitute common use. That's what I would say. So, slight wrinkle there is that there have to be enough people statistically to classify it as common use, statistically to have one in their possession. You can't just say, oh, they're all amnestied, so it's common use now. It's not going to work that way.
I'm just saying we can have a lot of fucking fun with this. I know we're getting a little wishful thinking on this one, but my God, there's a real potential that in 100 days, we could undo 100 years of unconstitutional regulation. And I hope it happens. Just as another example, the National Firearms Act defines a suppressor as any device that silences, muffles, or reduces the report of a portable firearm. It does not, however, say by how much.
You can hide things in vocabulary.
I've also committed, because I frankly find
I wonder where he's going with that. I do have to wonder, where is he going with that? Where he says like, okay, it doesn't define it by how much. So I'm just, yeah, but I'm trying to figure like, I'm trying to figure what his where his angle on that is.
muffles or reduces the report of a portable firearm. It does not, however, say by how much.
Yeah, Revan, I don't know if he could, because That's the problem. I don't see... Maybe I'm just stupid, but I don't see how, because the definition says that it's basically designed to silence, muffle, or diminish the report of a portable firearm. Even if you... Okay, so... Okay, right, so you're talking about him adjusting the regulation to include by how much it is. So he's saying adding in the codicil of it reduces it by X amount of decibels, and thus making the majority of silencers and suppressors legal. Okay, so that's the angle he's going at with it. Okay.
Firearm. It does not, however, say by how much.
You can hide things in vocabulary.
I've also committed, because I frankly find it hilarious, that if I were to be picked by the Trump administration to be the director of the ATF, I would be donating my entire salary to no-kill dog shelters. Also,
What?
I would make the ATF stop using these targets for training.
No fucking way. Okay, hang on. Chat, let me move you just in case you can't see. Are these, honest to God, real ATF targets? Please tell me these are not, honest to God, real ATF targets. It's a joke. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, I was about to flip my shit a little bit. No way, HK. They cannot be real. They cannot be real. Yeah, there's no way they can be real. Because it's say Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Explosives Qualification Target, so I'm guessing that can't be real. It's got to be a meme. I got a little debated on that one. And yes, I know the meme is ATF kills dogs. I understand that.
Paraphrasing my buddy King Trout, they shot the gorilla and it fucked the timeline all up. And while it sucked that they had to kill the squirrel, that righted the timeline again. We're moving on to levels of winning you wouldn't think possible. Mati, what do you foresee for us? Director, Brandon Herrera. Brandon R. Herrera, by the way, my middle name is Joseph. I don't know where R was coming from. Was appointed by President Trump and sworn in as director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives on July 4th, 2025. Mr. Herrera is responsible for trashing unconstitutional overreach and draining the bureaucracy out of an agency that was supposed to protect the public, but ended up just giving machine guns to Mexican cartels instead. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it's very funny. Mr. Herrera received his degree in gunsmithing from Sonoran Desert Institute, which you can do online by going to sdi.edu. I did not, by the way, have a degree from SDI. Just throwing that out there, I get enough fucking forced stolen valor in my life.
This is from a veteran who said, I have to give this to you. It is your Purple Heart.
But seriously, the meme warfare on Twitter on this thing is making it actually blow up to the point where I've had a lot of people ask me if this is actually a real thing. Father, utilize the AK guy. I heard a lot of rumors that Barron was...
I was gonna say, is that Barron? Holy shit, has he grown up? I still remember seeing him during, like, 2014. Wow, he has grown up. He really has. Okay. Actually, I have a quick question about Barron. I have a very quick question. It was all, way back when, I heard there was a lot of suspicion that Barron Trump was autistic. Did anything come about that? Like, is he not? Was he determined he still might be? Or yes, he is? Did anything come about that? Or is it just died? That whole suspicion just kind of died off and nobody ever followed up on it. Okay, so it just died off. Because I remember hearing back in 2015, I think it was, there was commentary about, based on his reactions during the campaigns and stuff, how he was very not very reactive and was just kind of there, but there was a question could he possibly be autistic, and that's why he's not emoting. I'm just kind of curious if anything came about from that. That's all. Some news anchor said he'd be torturing cats in the White House lawn. Oh my fuck. He's a chess. Okay, so he's tall, he's incredibly smart, and he's a chess master. Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Actually running a lot of the digital footprint of the Trump campaign toward the end. Like getting him on with Andrew Schultz, Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan. I really hope it's true because all of the memes of Barron being the mastermind behind this have been very...
Holy fuck, he is tall. Holy shit, cause Trump is not short. Trump is what? He's like, what, 5'11" or 6 foot? He's fucking tall. That is a Jolly Green Giant without the green. Yeah, this is a very, very large man. Like tall, like height. He's like very tall. Holy shit. He cannot be 6'4", RT. 6'1", I believe. And what Andrew said was 6'1", I believe. 6'4", I don't believe he's 6'4". No fucking way. Is he? He's 6'4"? I did not think he was that tall. Holy shit, so if he's 6'4", then he's like, what, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". Jesus. Yeah, he's a tall fucking... Where the hell did he get those jeans from?
Funny. Real talk, though, could you imagine how fucking wild those Senate confirmation hearings are going to be? I can only imagine what lifelong bureaucrats like that would think about an actual outsider like me. But I have some guesses.
Great. An alcoholic arms dealer. What could be better?
But real talk, though, I don't know if the ATF has ever had a director that actually understood the firearms industry, the gun community, and, I mean, firearms in general, for that matter. Most of them can't even disassemble a Glock, much less tell you the intricacies of actual
remember hearing about this. I remember hearing about this, that that the head of the ATF could not even take apart a Glock. They just fumbled around with it and he couldn't even disassemble this fucking thing. I remember that.
Firearm law. Meanwhile, I've had a federal firearms license with an SOT for over a decade now. And realistically, one of the biggest reasons I even got into politics was my passion for changing firearm law. That, and I've got an entire cell phone full of firearm lawyers on speed dial for... I was going to say things like this, but let's be honest, none of us had this on the table. All in all, do I think this is actually going to be a thing that happens? No. But then again, if you asked me the same thing about running for Congress 2 years ago, I would have said the same thing. At the end of the day, it's up to the administration, but oh my God, can you imagine a world with me at the helm of the ATF? That agency would never walk right again. I love it. And hey,
that's an anal joke right there. Yeah.
Trump said he's down to abolish the Department of Education, so hopefully we could put in a good word. Anyhow, guys, I thought this was too funny of a development to have actually been picking up traction to not talk to you guys about. And fuck it, you guys saw what happened last time you actually got out to vote. Worst case scenario, we get more of the same. Best case scenario. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys staying all the way to the end of the video. More range videos coming up. I've got the unsub live shows soon. I'm excited to see so many of you there. Anyhow, one way or the other, keep the memes coming. I appreciate you guys staying all the way to the end, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks. They're the ones who are responsible for approving tax stamps, regulating FFLs, SOTs, you know, federal firearms. Fuck me.